There you go. That's a good size one, Trey. What, another one? Two of them, hey! Man, Trey always be doubting me. He's like, man, it died, it died. That's it. Oh, there we go. Got him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's on there. A good fish. It's a better fish. It's either two puffers. Yep, two puffers. Let's go. Handle like a champ. I'm doubled up, Trey. Doubled up. Look at that little one. Puffers. What's going on, y'all, and welcome to another Carolina Shore Fishing Catch and Cook. Today we've got pufferfish, flounder, and black sea bass all on the menu. We caught it all, and now we're getting ready to put it together. This was the best seafood meal I've had yet. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. We're going to get it started off here with cleaning up the pufferfish. It's really easy. You're going to take a knife, could be a fillet knife or a serrated knife is what most people like to use. It doesn't matter, anything to cut through the skin. So you're going to take it and cut right behind the fins, all the way down through the spine. And then you're going to take a fork and stab it right through the meat like you see me doing and pull that meat right out from the skin. It's as easy as that. Alright, we've got a huge dinner set out for today. We're going to have a stuffed flounder, we're going to have some fried pufferfish, and we're also going to have some black sea bass ceviche. Now you guys have seen me stuff a flounder many a times, except you'll notice this time, we've got the head still on here. I removed the gills, removed the guts, scaled it, had to get the tail out so I could fit it in the freezer bag that I had, unfortunately, which the tail that fries up so nicely, but we're not frying it here anyways, so it's not a big deal. The cheek on both sides of the flounder full of meat. So next time you want to bake a flounder and stuff it whole, go ahead and pull the gills out, but leave the head attached here. Alright, so we're going to follow our lateral line right down here. Make one cut. And just open up the doors on this flounder. Running our knife down our bone here. Looks like we got just a little bit of guts maybe there to help clean up. Oh, look at that, a little bit of roe too. Oh, never mind, not roe. But we need to get all of the guts cleaned out of here. It's never too late. Look at that pretty flounder meat there. Let me get that stuff off of there. Alright, perfect. Now we just need to open up on our other side here. And this doesn't have to be clean because you're gonna bake it. You're gonna eat all this meat anyways. And let me be clear, the fish needs to be clean. Your cuts here, opening the doors up here, doesn't need to be clean. All right, now we've got our flounder, doors are opened. What we need to do is add some seasoning. I like the Old Bay. Just sprinkle some on there, rub it down. Yeah, sprinkle it on, rub it down. Add some more. There we go. Get a nice little rub in there. It's all about how you rub the meat. Get some in that crevice there. There we go. Perfect. All right. As always, crab cakes, got them prepared already from Wegmans. Just the best crab cake that I can get in the area that I've found so far. Nice lumps of crab meat in there. Great flavor all around. It's perfect for this. So one to each side here. How lovely does that look right there? Here we go. Stuffed with the crab cakes there. Meat seasoned up a little bit. Looking good. Now let's add our shrimp. All right, I've got some beautiful fresh shrimp here. I'm gonna chop that up and add it as well. This right here is one of my favorite ways of cooking up fish. All the flavor, all the goodness. Just nice little chunks. That way every bite you take, you get a good chunk in there. And sprinkle them on in there. Don't be shy. I've probably got a little too much in here, but that's fine. There's no such thing as too much shrimp here. I'm not your doctor, I'm just your cook. Your home cook. I'm gonna sprinkle some Old Bay on that. And we're gonna hit it with the Cajun butter. Joshua Weissman's Cajun butter, so good. Recommend all of y'all to make it. I use it for butter for these fish recipes. So get some chunks of Cajun butter down in there. And this has Cajun seasoning, garlic, everything that you love with fish. Check out that beautiful thing right there. That is gonna cook up really nicely. We'll give it a couple scores. That way the top chunks cook. And we'll rub it with some more Old Bay. Rub it into those scores. Perfect. Hit the cheek a little. Oh yeah, check that out right there. Slice up some lemon for it. We're gonna lay these on the pan. I'm gonna stick one inside of the flounder. And it's just gonna be a good time. We'll go with two, one on each side there. Perfect. That's just gonna perfume in there while it cooks. And we'll lay the rest on the bottom with some butter over it. All right, now we can get it in our oven here. Go down with a few slices. I'll give you all a look too, so you don't feel left out. Just a few slices there. We're gonna add some of the Cajun butter on top of that. So we can go down with our butter now. Over each lemon is what I usually do, and then just spread around. And our flounder on top. Beautiful. There it is. Now I've got here the black sea bass Jake caught off a spring-made pier. That was a really surprise catch there. Keep our black sea bass off the pier. Now I've already cleaned it, gutted out, but I'm gonna be making ceviche with it. So we're gonna see if I can just fillet it. I probably should have just filleted it right then and there, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, and been craving some ceviche, and black sea bass makes one of the best fish for ceviche. Look how white that meat is. We bled it right when we caught it too, which is also helping out with that. But this by far is the whitest meat fish that we have cooked on the channel. And it is well known for making ceviche with already. So doing nothing new here, but it's the first time that we've caught a fresh black sea bass. And that's all the belly. A little meat here. Don't mind if I do, because it's going in a ceviche anyways. You don't need a pretty fillet, but that's not so bad there. I'm running finger on bone. Real pretty. real pretty fish. Real pretty meat. Now let's take the meat off the skin here. And this should be a really easy fish to skin. There you go. This is not one that you really have to worry about leaving some meat on there, because it's just straight white meat. Pure from the sea. Another skin there, and meat. I'm gonna give these a rinse because I got a little bit of scales there, and I'll be right back. All right, now that our meat has been rinsed off, we just have a few bones here we need to get rid of. Right down the center too. And figure out what the best way to do this. Cut off this section of meat that wants to come off. Inspect it for bones, no bones. It's good to go. This section wants to come off. No bones, we're good. This section here wants to come off, and I do feel bones, so we do need to pick those out. There goes one. There goes another, a little meat on it. A little more. Oh, I feel one more here. And another one somewhere. Yep, right there. Alright. Those pulled out very easily. The whole thing of bone there. You don't want to eat that. We take our strips here and we just chop them up into nice dice-sized chunks. I'll show you guys what I like for a ceviche. Chunks like that, generally what I'm using. Now for the ceviche, I take up our chunked up meat, throw it in a Tupperware. I do it in a Tupperware always because I set it in the fridge to cook in the acid and our lemon and salt. So I spread it, get a nice layer, and then with some kosher salt. And that's been my favorite salt to use for this is a kosher. It just gets the perfect salt on there. Himalayan just doesn't work well for me when I'm doing this. So we've got a nice thin layer. And what I do is I cover it all in salt. I'll give you guys a look just how much I added there. So just enough to cover it. And that's what I do initially. Then we squeeze our limes. We cut up whatever we want in there. I always do cilantro, red onion. It's just the perfect fresh flavor for this. You can add some peppers, fruits, whatever you like. Make it yours. But that's just what I like to do. And I'll add all of that. I'll add the lime. We'll give it a taste. See what it needs. More lime, more salt. We'll go ahead and add that. Alright, our lime juice container here is full. We're just going to add that. That should be enough. Oh yeah, that is plenty. Give that a good swirl. We'll add a little more. There we go. That's good right there. We'll chop up our cilantro and our red onion. So take the cilantro here. We'll probably add about that much. Red onion. Just a little bit left over from making tacos.
I hope it will help you to do a better job.
We'll probably use about that much. So just
Better job.
chop that up a bit. Give it a couple more. Usually I would do it in a food processor because it gets it cut up really finely. And that's usually what I like, but I don't feel like doing dishes. So this is gonna do. All right, that is perfect.
I hope it will help you to do a better
Go in
job.
there with that. That looks good. Oh yeah, that's plenty of cilantro. I'm a cilantro guy. I like cilantro. I add a lot. I'm guilty of that. A lot of people would think this is a lot, but to me cilantro is such a fresh flavor. There's no such thing as adding a lot of it. I'm just going to give these a sort of rough chop. I like a big chunk here and there and small chunks all around. So that's going to do for that. All right, that is perfect right there. So with a spoon, give that a mix. Make sure that salt's dissolved. Give it a taste. A little more salt. Need a little more lime juice. You're going for that salty, limey flavor, that one that it makes you thirsty, but you just can't stop eating it because it's so good. Such a nice contrast. We got the lime down, we just need the salt. I'm not gonna add too much because sometimes that flavor of the salt will come through as it sits there and cooks in the acid. So that is gonna be all that I add. I'll throw the lid on it and put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour. Lastly, all we have to prep is the puffer fish, or a lot of people call them blowtoads here in the Carolinas. I'm going to use some Frank's Red Hot on the bottom 5 here, and then the top we're just going to cover them with house autry alone. The ones in Frank's Red Hot are going to go in the house autry as well, but that's after they sit and soak for a little. And these are just going to be incredible. If you haven't tried puffer, this is the only one that you should really be dabbling in, preparing. The rest of them could lead to some serious hospital visits. But this one is safe to eat as long as you clean it properly. Even if you don't clean it properly, there shouldn't be any issues. It's an easy fish to clean. The toxins that you're worried about with other puffers are not found in this, or at least aren't found in high numbers. Perfect. So we're just gonna fry these up, and that's all it is to it. Here we are, all plated up. We've got the Mediterranean onion rice here. Well, it's like caramelized onion. It's so good. Goes great with fish. We've got our stuffed flounder and some salad here. We've got our blow-toed ceviche. I've already tried it all. It's delicious. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all in the next.